guys. It's been a long time. Y'all know I've been in the streets. Cypress Creek. So, I want to jump on here because I had a little bit of a drive to this appointment and just I was thinking about something. So I'm gonna say this. About 20 years ago, Jonah Stout, by the way, founder of the Queen Network, group of kingdom men and women, and I say professionals because we're investors, we're business-minded individuals for sure, and but we just choose to do things the kingdom way. So I was having this talk in my head, and I thought about something. About 20 years ago, I took my first mission trip. A group of us ladies went to assist a woman of God whose assignment was to speak. We went to Guyana first. I don't remember how long it was. I just know it was days. It was longer than a week. I know that. But we went to Guyana first. It seemed like we went somewhere else. And then we went to Trinidad and Tobago. So one of the first things that happened to me in Guyana, and had never happened before, I've always been in the background, administratively speaking, or in the music department. So this particular trip, I believe God was having me in the administrative arena, right? And I wasn't scheduled to speak, but something supernaturally happened, and I ended up speaking because I was the helps ministry director at the time. The woman of God who was hosting the conference wanted me to speak in that manner to the people in the ministry. God had given me a word, and she and I had a conversation when I went to the office to do some administrative work for the woman of God that I was serving. And she was going to the church, so we took a ride together, and she and I had a conversation. And out of that, I guess I said something. I don't know what I said, but she wanted me to speak. And so I did. I spoke. That was my first international message. And it was all about serving. And so, but anyway, the host and her husband had us in their home. And I remember waking up that one morning and coming down for breakfast, and the way he greeted the women in the house, or shall I say the queens in the house. When I came down for breakfast, he said, "Good morning, beloved." I never forgot that. I just never forgot that. I didn't know why I never forgot it, but I just never forgot that. And I heard him when his wife came out. He says, "Good morning, my queen." Accent and all, right? It just, I don't know, it just connected with me somehow. And sometimes when things connect with you like that, ladies, you don't know why. I didn't know to think anything about it, But then I find myself years later, that's kind of how I communicate, I'm like, "Hey, hon, good morning. Good morning, queen, blah, 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 blah." That's just me, right? And it just evolved, right? My personality. And on the other hand, don't ignore the things that agitate you. And what I mean by that, I didn't realize, as I was maturing and evolving, there were things that agitated me, and mostly because it lacked reciprocity. And what I was saying to myself a few minutes ago, I said, a lack of reciprocity doesn't make the other person bad. It just makes you guys different. Because sometimes I have expectations in people that they don't have the capacity to fulfill. Neither do they want to, or it's not a part of their personality or whatever, right? I think I'm supposed to be turning right here. So yeah. Ooh, I may have to pause this video because I think this is my stop. I'll be right back.